everybody. Zach Elliott at Feel Free to Argue, continuing to document our downward spiral. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Certainly you're probably doing better than the people on that Freedom Flotilla that was trying to deliver relief supplies to Gaza and got stormed by a bunch of commandos from the Israeli military. Um, One of the things I wanted to point out, actually, right here at the beginning, is that Israel pointed out beforehand that that's exactly what they were going to do, and they said that they had their best commandos assigned to this job. So we have it straight from the horse's mouth that these are the best commandos Israel says they have to offer for this kind of operation. So we can only assume that these highly trained expert commandos were doing exactly what they were told to do by their higher-ups, that they were chosen because they were the type of people who would do precisely what they were ordered to do. And so there should be no question of blaming anything on, someone going rogue or anything like that. These are hand-picked troops, the best of the best, known for following orders, I'm sure. So, when I look at the response so far to what these commandos have brought, I'm struck by a couple of things. I'm struck by the U.S. government's response and by the media response. And part of this is that the media is really playing up, I think, the Israeli footage of the people on the first boat attacking the commandos that are being dropped onto the boat. And the Israelis are doing a very good job of managing it. They know that these images are going to be powerful. It does look like a mob, attacking a policeman. That's just what it looks like on the surface of it. And nobody's really doing anything to dissuade people from this. I've seen widely reported the remarks of the U.S. representative to the United Nations talking about how people should find a non-provocative way to deliver these supplies. At which point, I'm yelling at the screen, you liar. Because there are no non-provocative ways to deliver supplies to Palestine, and characterizing this as provocation when it is literally the only way to get these supplies there it's lying. There's no other word for it. And all he's doing when he calls it a provocative measure is endorsing the Israeli narrative that says that Israel is entitled to protect itself by stopping third parties from delivering humanitarian supplies to a country outside of its borders, to starving people outside of its borders, people who are starving because Israel is deliberately starving them. And I get very frustrated when I look at the U.S. response and I see how tepid it is and how it supports the Israeli narrative and how that is what gets picked up. Of course, by our shitty, unquestioning media as being the truth. So, I don't know what to do. I mean, you can certainly write, you can give your objections, you can make a video. But unfortunately, I just think that the the people who control U.S. foreign policy have decided that probably because the Israelis um, are are basically our eyes and ears in the Middle East. That's how they're regarded by the intelligence community. And also because, once again, because of the intelligence community, the Israelis are responsible for a lot, taking care of a lot of the equipment which we use for data mining, spying on our own citizens and others. So there's those forms of connections. There's the classic relationship that the United States has had with Israel. All these come together in a toxic soup where we're just going to support them no matter what. And what Israel did out there in the Mediterranean in international waters was basically throw down the gauntlet to the world. It was a big fuck you to everyone, saying, look, the United States is going to support us no matter what. If you try to deliver supplies to people in our open air prison, we will kill you. We will take all the supplies. We will make sure they do not get to their destination. And because the United States backs us, there's nothing anyone in the world can do to stop us. That is the message of what happened in the Mediterranean. And unless the United States, on a national level, demands accountability and from Israel and condemns this action, Israel will continue to engage in these actions. They will continue to starve out the people of Gaza. They will continue to kill anybody who tries to help them. And the impunity comes from us. The ability of Israel to do that comes from us. But hey, this has been Zach Elliott. You can always feel free to argue. Take care, everyone.